What build should I go with? Which hero should I focus on? In this video, I'm going to go over different builds, gauntlets, and heroes. Honestly, I still have questions, but let's see what happens. Let's get into it. Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a KnightHood video. In this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go through like builds and gauntlets. Now, here's the thing, just to be straight up. And in fact, I'll just go ahead and get into the gauntlets like really quickly. What I did in the very beginning with the gauntlets was I basically only looked at the gauntlets ability itself and not how it could boost the specific heroes. So if, as you notice, my champion's gauntlet is the highest level gauntlet that I have. I do need to do some like punch farming and go ahead and get the Maverick Gauntlet, and yeah, 5,000 favors. Well, I guess, or 5,000 favors left. Halfway there. Anyway, so and the reason why I went for the Champion's Gauntlet is because in the midst of battle, I'm going to take damage. And so this one is, when it's worn in battle, it has Fortitude, which generates rage when you're hit by an enemy. So I was sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna take hits, Let me go ahead and upgrade this. I thought it was one of the best gauntlets in the game. I actually really like it. I still use it a lot, and I don't know if that's partially because it's the most powerful one I have or because of what it gives you. You're going to receive damage, and so the idea of getting rage on top of when you get damage, it matters. However, the problem with it is that it boosts the power of champion heroes. I have like 0 champion heroes ready. I was gonna look at my list over here. Yeah, I have 0 champion heroes like actually leveled at a point of where I can use them. Now, the 2 that I'm going to work on, that I believe I should work on, we'll go here. And let's go on down the list. One of the heroes that I want to work on, going down, is Brutus. Now, here's the issue that I have. 1, the other champion heroes that I have, let me go ahead and make a note real quick here. Sorry guys. The only champions that I have now, they're all rare and epic. And I don't really think that I should put resources into them, but let's get into Brutus real quick. And I'm hesitant on Brutus as well for a very simple reason. So you have Rage Serum. It restores health, and I'm not gonna like say the number because as you level him up, of course that number goes up, so that part doesn't matter fully. And fills rage by 50%, which I do like. On top of the fact that when you're getting hit, you're going to be getting more rage. And then it gives you regenerate, which is also like, the more I'm talking about that part of it, I like it. I like him a lot, right? But then we go to when regenerate, which gives you 25% health, or no, 256 health right now at the moment, but it'll increase as it goes up. Bombard deals damage to all enemies, but you take 20% of the total damage. So like the stronger I make him, the more he hurts me when I use that ability. Now, at the same time, as I'm thinking through this, like I'm thinking through this as well, I don't have to use that ability. I could just use Rage Serum, which is an amazing ability to begin with. However, as I've seen in PvP, if I decide to use this build in PvP on defense, then the problem I'm gonna end up having is that I've seen on PvP that they use rage. They'll use their rage abilities. So he'll use Bombard, and that's actually helped me in battle. When I'm facing someone, they're winning clearly, and then he does Bombard and knocks off a large chunk of their health, and I come back and I win. So that's one of the issues that I'm having because I love that gauntlet. I think it's really good. I'm sure there's gonna be argument against it, but the only champion that I really have that I could use it with is Brutus. What to do? So in any case, that is the conundrum that I have right now with the Champion's Gauntlet, because I do like that gauntlet a lot. I'm sure a lot of you think there's way better out there, and there is probably. But now the next conundrum that we're gonna have is the Rebel Gauntlet. All right, now the Rebel Gauntlet is one that it generates rage when you gain positive status effects. Yay! And that means that it pairs well with one of the champions that I use it with, or one of the heroes that I use the most. actually. He is the champion I use the most, and that's Geber. Geber has on his powers Blood Distill. Now, Blood Distill, it does damage, a lot of damage actually, and that, I mean, he crits on it a lot, but that's based on the build that I have in the armor. But he does a lot of damage. He takes out backline enemies very easily. And on top of it, I get Regenerate, which restores 5,760, I mean, he's at level 55, of health or armor for 3 turns. I love having that. That is amazing. And then I use his volatile mix probably the most as well, which may not be smart, but acid. It lays down acid. It does a decent amount of damage, not a whole lot, but then it lays down acid, and I like the 3 turns of that damage going through. However, and it prevents me from using other heroes like Banyani when they're paired because I like the acid effect. However, maybe doing more damage off the bat is better. So as a matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna think on this for a second. So like if I have 6,000, let's just round it up to 6,000, that's 18,000 per enemy if it's not critting, plus the 13,000 at the top end, right? Because we're fudging the math a little bit. So you're gonna have 31,000, right? So if that's 31,000 damage in total over 3 rounds, let's go to Banyani real quick and see what he does. So he does 49,000 at the top, distributed across all enemies. So smart money actually might be doing the opposite of what I've actually been doing, which is I should use Banyani's high scream as opposed to using Geber's volatile mix is what it's called. Wow, I'm gonna have to think on that for a little bit because I hadn't really done the math on that before starting recording this video. I still wanna do the Rebel Gauntlet because there's still that heal that's on his base ability. And it's the same reason why I like Brutus. I like getting regenerate. It's the same reason why I like Titania. Like, I like the ability of getting like regenerate or protect or something on me during these battles from their base abilities. I love that stuff. And then also Banyani has a weaken on his base ability as well, which just, you know, weakens the enemy. Exposed, sorry. It weakens the enemy. Anyway, so now when we go back to Rebel and the Rebel build with the Rebel Gauntlet, I was trying to decide between 2 actual heroes I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go with the one that I did not choose actually, and that's Herne. Herne I think is going to be good, but he lays down weaken and poison. Now on his rage ability, Dark Portal, he's laying down poison. Now poison hits under armor, which you do like to see. If I was running him with Geber, I would lean towards the acid, but poison might be a better route to go just because it hits under armor. Acid does not. Acid is on top of armor. And then weaken, which reduces the damage from the enemy for 3 turns. But he only does it to 1 back row enemy, so that one is not really that great to me. So I did not select him. I do like that ability though, but I did not select him. The one that I'm going to select that I'm going to work on that I haven't really done much with right now is Lucan. Now Lucan, the reason why I chose him over Herne is because of the stun, the chance to stun on his base ability. And then he does also provide he also does provide poison on his rage ability. So honestly, not much of a comparison to me. Like I can stun the enemy on the base ability and then I can put the poison in on the back end of that. And that might make me use his rage ability over over Geber. So he's the one that I just leveled. Like I just ranked him up and now I'm gonna just keep leveling him up. I don't have a lot of stars in him right now, but I think he's gonna be a good pairing with Geber. So that goes into the Rebel Gauntlets and what I'm trying to focus on there. And lastly, I'm gonna go into one of the ones that's already done. Done. I have the heroes leveled up to a level that's like just comparable where I can use them. Level 50 is basically where all of my heroes need to be right now for me to be able to use them. And as you can see, I don't have them all at level 50. So in any case, right now, let me go ahead and move this out of the way so I can get to it. Where are we at? So I'm gonna go with, what was the one I'm gonna go with? We'll go with the defense. I have Holy. Now, the only thing that's lacking here is that I need to have the gauntlet leveled up a bit more. And by a bit, I mean a lot of bit. It is a rare gauntlet. So, and here's the thing, to me, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. The whole rare, epic, legendary, unique things for the gauntlets don't seem to matter that much. I don't know if it's different resources and stuff. Maybe it's me, but I'm gonna start leveling them up, and this is going to provide a power boost to the holy heroes, which generates, and then it also gives rage, which generates rage when you are healed by a power. Now I call this the defensive build because the two tunes, or the two heroes that I have in this, they both heal. So you have Azar, and on his wish ability, restores about 5,000 health or armor and cures all negative status effects. I love that, especially when I end up getting, it's not that stun thing, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember right now, but it's the debuff where you just end up with only one turn, and you do that for 3 turns. He removes that immediately, and so then I can just go back on the next turn to my standard having 4 turns to go, or 4 hits. So in any case, and then on his rage ability, I rarely use it because it distributes damage 12k per enemy, restores health by the same amount. Now I should use that more, and if I was going against like a wave of outlaws, I would. However, the reason I don't is because with his pairing, Ayako's rage ability is way better. Way better. I got Ayako relatively early because an event that was going on like a few months ago. And so on the base ability, deals about less than 5,000 damage to your current target and dispels all buffs from the target, restores your health or armor by the same amount. Love that. I love that. It's not a lot of heal, but it's a little bit of heal. Plus it's taking away their buffs, which is incredible. Weakens them so that when they come at me, they can't do much damage. And then on the hatch, his rage ability restores 17 to 21,000 health. Not in the right home bell, but it's good. But then chance to stun. It hits everyone. There are so many levels, so many situations, so many battles I got out of just because I used Ayako, kept doing punches, and then once the rage ability came up, just stunned everybody. And then they would only get 1 turn to actually do damage to me before I had the rage built up again and I could stun them all again. Like stun, whatever, for whatever game is one of the most powerful debuffs in every single game because it just stops your enemy from hitting you. So Ayako's like rage ability to me is, regardless of whether he's legendary, unique, rare, whatever, is top 5 in the game for me so far to this point. It's like top 5 in the game to me. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. So that is why I'll use that more than I'll use Azar's ability. So that is my completed, I call it the holy team. I call it my defense team because when I go into a battle, if I feel like I need more support because I don't have enough armor, if I'm just getting like worked by those like cult guys who have the knives that stab under your armor, I'll go in with the defensive setup because that way I'll have a boost to those tunes who are trying to, or a boost to those heroes who are trying to heal me. And it'll help me get through. So, in any case, those are some of the gauntlets. You had the Champion's Gauntlet, which I'm still working on, and I still need to find another hero that I can pair with Brutus. I only have one. The Rebel Gauntlet, which I'm going to use Geber, and I'm going to use Lucan. I'm going to develop Lucan more, and I'm looking forward to actually using that. And then you have Holy. I need to develop the Holy, but it's a very good setup if I'm trying to be defensive, give myself a lot of heals, get a lot of armor and health out of it. So, and look at them. They're still trying to sell me stuff. I'm not buying. Sorry. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. And I'll see you next time.